Do you like luxury? Hello.
Hello.
Beef.
Drew.
Welcome in. It's after drill.
Yeah.
My chair's been hijacked, and I feel like I'm low riding it right now.
Low
I
rider.
don't know if I can come up higher, Drew.
Probably can.
That's better.
There
There we
we
go.
go.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh,
That's
we're
better.
back.
We're back. Velvet Elvis is here, over my shoulder there. Hello,
I
King.
miss him.
Welcome in, guys. It's a hump day. It's Wednesday. After drill's here to blow your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Ramsey's on damage control. Took to his Twitter and yesterday with a screen cap of the Mina Kimes article, focusing on the part where he said he wants to retire a Jaguar and referenced the house he's building in the marsh.
How did you read that, by the way? Because initially when I read that and he said hashtag fact check, I thought he was telling her to fact check and that it wasn't true. But I guess in retrospect, he was saying like,
probably
"Hey,
more,
everybody, shut up! This is what I."
Especially with the weird cryptic tweet that followed, where he said, you guys should try to dissect all the Bible verses as every other post I make.
Shut up, Jalen.
It's just enough. Just let it go, man.
And then what he does
don't tweet through it.
What he does is for the next week or so, I mean, he will post a aggressive amount of Bible verses is what he's going to start doing. It's like...
It's now a campaign.
Yeah.
Like an aggressive campaign.
All of a sudden, I'm reading like 15 a day. And I'm like, oh. I mean, that's an over-exaggeration, but still,
Careful what you say, man. You might get yourself on the block list with
that's fine.
The elder Hicken.
That's fine.
And that's not good.
Yeah,
we're still in the good graces.
That would be, honestly, that would be awesome if one day I was just sitting there and I went to go bop on and I was blocked and he literally, and without me ever tweeting at him, he literally just saw my last name and was like, nope. Screw this kid. I know it's not going to happen.
I don't think Jalen knows who Dan Hicken is. So
you don't think so?
There's a pretty good chance he has no idea who you are.
Oh, well, he definitely has no idea who I am. That's a fact. Yes.
I mean, that's, no offense.
No, none taken.
Yeah.
If he did, I'd almost be concerned as to how.
Hello, John.
Did know who I was.
John, we almost went for a perfect game against John today on Get Smart Trivia. But John threw out some chicken feathers question about the periodic table. That was just, for lack of a better term, piss poor.
Piss poor.
I blame it on the host. The host did not bring it home. I feel like we could have gotten that question had it been worded differently. That's a lie. We wouldn't have gotten it right anyways because it was about.
Do you remember the question?
It was, this element on the periodic table is the only element that's a 3-letter word, or the only element that's 3 letters. And I'm like racking my brain trying to visualize the periodic table, which is dumb because I really only know like 5 elements on the table. But I'm trying to visualize it, and then the answer was tin, which means that it's not the periodic table symbol, but the actual element is 3 letters.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's tricky.
It was tricky.
That's BS.
It was tricky. Because the periodic element for tin is like CN or SN, something like that. So, anyways, another week, almost a perfect game. Does anyone believe we won't be skinned alive Sunday?
I don't think we're going to get skinned alive.
Maybe not skinned alive, but nobody believes they're going to win the game.
I don't think we'll win. I think... like I said, I think it'll be more competitive than you think.
Maybe.
But that being said, I mean, I don't think we win. I'm not saying it's like 37-34 or anything like that, or 28. I don't think it's that close, but I think the Jags show some fight.
I think the way the early portion of the game unfolds will be indicative of how the game is going to go. I think if the Jags can be stout defensively and get a drive going, then it's going to be a competitive game.
That's typically how the bad team.
If they go out like 3 and out and Big Ben goes zip 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 and it's 7-0, buckle up.
Yeah, because like when I'm watching FSU play, that's pretty much how it always is. It's like if it starts bad, you honestly like I would never do it. But if you're kind of like I don't really know if I want to watch, save yourself the time and just turn the game off because it's not going to go well.
Yeah. It was, if it's like 7-0 with like 8:14 left in the first and Pittsburgh's up, go ahead and, go get a Slurpee, start your grill up, whatever you got to do.
I had to officially say goodbye to an old friend yesterday, Le'Veon Bell. Had to drop him.
You finally dropped him. Well, it makes sense. You can't really keep a guy who's literally never going to play.
Yeah.
That just makes no sense.
I waited until...
you'd be better picking up Rashad Green.
I literally waited till 4:01, and I was like, it's over.
Now we had this conversation on the drill this morning. Senior Hicken asked the question: Jeff, or maybe it was vice versa, asked, why are you surprised that Rashad Green hasn't been released yet? And I am. I would have cut him
I think
Monday.
The fact that he has not been released yet should tell you all you need to know about the current state of our football team.
Yeah. And I guess that's the question. Because Rashad Green is 5 years into a career where he's done nothing other than costly fumbles. He's done nothing. And I get it. I guess there's not really... Who else are you going to put up to play? Are you going to go pick up a guy right
Guess what?
like Alan Lazard? I don't know.
You could cut him to prove a point, and then if you feel like you need him in a couple weeks, I can almost guarantee he'll still be there because we've cut him and picked him back up like 4 times this year.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Nobody else is taking him.
But so we have this. It was a brief conversation, and then I got a phone call from a guy who was just absolutely beside himself that somebody would suggest that. Like, why would Rashad Green deserve to be cut? What has he done? And I'm like,
he's a Florida State.
I'm like, well, that's the answer to your question is nothing. He's literally done nothing.
Yeah,
that's why he should be cut. He's done nothing other than fumble football. He's done nothing. He said, well, why don't they cut Keelan Cole? And I said, look, Keelan Cole might be cut at the end of the season. He's had a terrible year, but the difference is he's in year 2.
Yeah, they're not going to cut Keelan Cole.
5 years into your career, if you're still a guy who does nothing other than fumble balls, you got to go.
Yeah.
It's donezo. It's finished for you. You're done. It's over. Goodbye. Somehow, Rashad Green's still on the team. So I guess that's the state of the wide receiver core.
Yeah.
That even after all that, he's still got a spot.
Like I said, the only people
boggles the mind.
The only people who defend him at this point are going to be Florida State fans.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Angry Florida State
angry
fans.
Noel fans who just are angry about everything right now, and that's part of it.
I hear you guys. It's okay.
It's okay. We can't pick a good receiver. It's true. Now, Allen Robinson was a good receiver.
Blackman was good.
And Blackman was a terrific receiver, sadly also an alcoholic. Allen Robinson was a good receiver, but he got hurt, and he played on bad teams, and then when he was available for free agency, quite honestly, he didn't want to be here. So I don't think it mattered. The Jags tried to retain Allen Robinson. They tried to pay him. He didn't want to be here.
Like, it was no surprise, but I remember, I had a friend of a friend who was, roommates with him, who basically said that, it was, maybe 6 months to... It was within a year of his suspension where everybody was like, oh, maybe he'll still come back. No. And they were like, it was not only did the Jags and the NFL probably weren't going to let him back, he had... no desire, zero desire to come back and play in the
Matthew
NFL.
says they should have kept Robinson. They tried. They did.
Yeah.
They wanted Robinson back. It wasn't for lack of effort.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be here.
And
if a guy doesn't want to be here, he doesn't want to be here.
In the offseason, to me, when you look at this team, you wanted Robinson, but when you saw this, Norwell and Robinson coming off, Norwell felt good. That felt like that was going to fit the team. It felt good. It just hasn't turned out.
I'd have paid Allen Robinson, too. I wouldn't have let Allen Robinson go. And I think they kind of overpaid Marquise Lee when the receiver market started thinning out real fast.
Sure.
And in retrospect, that probably wasn't the best move. But it is what it is. Look, Allen Robinson hasn't exactly dazzled in Chicago. He had a good game last week.
Literally, take away last week, I think his numbers are pretty much the same as all of our receivers.
But I would have kept the guy as well. But it is what it is. Look for the Jags to look early to address receiver in the draft next year. Maybe not in the first round, but probably in the first 3 rounds, they'll look to add a guy. And hopefully DJ Chark continues to develop. Hopefully Keelan Cole rebounds a little bit. But yeah, that's where we're at with this team. Unfortunately, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
And Marquise Lee, you just can't count on him to be healthy. He's never been 100% healthy, and even when he is healthy, he's never been really that great of a player. He flashes at times, but he's incredibly inconsistent. So it's tough. They seem to have a hard time finding impact receivers, and as hard as it is for them to find impact receivers, it seems to be damn near impossible for them to find impact tight ends. Where they haven't had one since the dawn of time, and their latest attempt to have an impact player at tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins, posted to his Instagram story yesterday, says he's going to be back week 15. Whoop-de-doo, great. Happy to have you back for 3 weeks, and then see you later because you are not very good. Great.
And you can't really get free agents to come play here because nobody wants to play with Bortles.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But that's where we're at. Meanwhile,
right.
the latest, no change to the latest college football playoff rankings. I don't know why they do the weekly show. It's stupid. They sit there and absolutely agonize over these rankings, and it's totally pointless.
Everybody knows what's going to happen.
They basically mirror the top 25, and outside of the top 4, who really cares if teams move around? UCF's up to 11. Great.
UCF's losing this weekend.
Neato. Florida's up to 13th. Wonderful.
Shouldn't be.
Look, Bama's going to be in. Syracuse or Clemson's going to be in. Notre Dame's probably going to be in. And most likely Michigan, but maybe a fringy shot Georgia if they can beat Bama. And that's it. That's your playoff. Okay? Get ready for it. We still got a couple weeks of games and some conference champions, but no. Please win Cincinnati. Yes, I'm with Dan. And it's nothing against UCF as a team.
No,
UCF, the team is fine. UCF, the athletic department, and UCF, their insane fans, are ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm completely combative against UCF.
Yeah.
It is
I've become anti-UCF.
Yeah.
Last year I was all, UCF, go get them. But this year, after the banner, man, it's like, no, you guys can't
banner rings.
Banner, bro.
They gave Scott Frost his national title bonus. It's like, holy hell, man, how hard are y'all trying?
It's so bad. It's so stupid. It's so Harry High School. You guys look like idiots.
So
stop.
Let's go Bearcats.
Bear down. Yeah. I don't know. Who's the coach of Cincinnati anymore? No idea.
Couldn't tell you.
Is it still Brian Kelly?
Yeah. Brian, you still up there?
Brian. Is Kenyon Martin still there? I got nothing for Cincinnati. I just hope they beat UCF. And the primetime game, too. That'd be a bonus.
Butch still there?
With
Butch.
With game day there. Would that be the best time for UCF to just crap the bed?
Yeah, it's coming.
With game day.
I'm telling you it's coming.
It'd be good. I'd enjoy that. It's a good day for you, Drew, as a Met fan.
Oh.
As finally the one shining light that the Mets had all year will get his today.
Yeah,
as Jacob DeGrom will walk away with the National League Cy Young Award. It won't even be close, man. It won't even be close.
It shouldn't
Jacob DeGrom is going to walk off with that trophy.
Be.
Meanwhile, the American League race is close. It's a 2-horse race. Kluber's going to be kind of distant third, but Verlander and Snell are battling. I think it should be Blake Snell. But I don't know if it will be. But I think it should be Blake.
Snell's numbers are better, correct?
They're better. He's got 21 wins. He had a 180. The only knock on him is the innings. He didn't pitch a ton of innings. It was like 180 innings that he pitched. And that's because the Rays and their manager, Kevin Cash, he was, he's this new wave of managers. He's big on analytics. He's big on the bullpen. What is it?
True spokesman for 5 Hour Energy.
They get on you for the yawns.
Yeah.
They get on you for the yawns.
I haven't even yawned open mouth today.
No. You got to work on it. You're mastering. You're getting there. The internal yawn. I mean, fun fact, guys. I yawn probably 3 times every afternoon.
I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. The fact that we're talking about it right now.
If you see me look really stern-faced like this, it's because I'm internally yawning, and it's
just going to start like
it's an art form.
I'm just going to start going like this.
Turn around and yawn, and then come back.
Hey.
And I'll just say Drew's spinning because he's on roofies.
Yeah.
He's high.
Something's off.
Yeah. So your boy will get the side today. And hopefully, I'm not a Rays fan. Hopefully, Blake Snell gets the side because he deserves it. And then tomorrow's the MVPs. And I love my guy, Javi Baez. He's not going to win the MVP.
Winning.
Christian Yelich will and deserves to be the National League MVP. He carried Milwaukee into the postseason on his back, and he deserves the award. On the American League side, it's going to be Mookie Betts. It should be Mookie Betts. It will be Mookie Betts. And not to be confused with my cat Mookie, who I love dearly, but she's not a professional baseball player. On that note,
so long.
We'll bid you a fond farewell. We love you, Googans. We'll be back for a Thursday. Peace.